Welcome to the PBSO Annual Volunteer Awards Ceremony, recognizing those from the Department of Corrections and Volunteer Services Unit who have committed their time and talents to the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office during the past year.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the rendering of honors by the PBSO Honor Guard Pipes and Drums and the Volunteer Honor Guard, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, National Anthem, and invocations.
Detail! Halt! Left, hey! Detail. Halt. Hello. Peace. On guard. Ease it. Off. Get one officer. Out. Freeze it.
Please join me with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Performing the national anthem, Emily E.C. Kirshner of the Dreyfus School of the Arts.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Giving the invocation, PBSO chaplains Rabbi Dr. Lawrence Kotok and John Denmark.
Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, God of our fathers and mothers, God of our days and our future, we come into your presence this day in joy and thanksgiving, with hope and deep respect for all who have given of their time and devotion to volunteer for the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office. We cherish their dedication and their sacrifice on all of our behalf as they join hands with us to build our community together, to foster our efforts for harmony and peace among us all. This day, help us to learn from their lessons of devotion and dedication, that their service might inspire us all to reach out, to build friendship and understanding among us all, that we together might build the community that we long for, where all may live with honor and respect. As we learn from the vision of the prophet Micah, the great hope that all of us might one day sit under our vine and fig tree, and none shall make us afraid. May we take this message of service, devotion, and dedication into our own lives and actions. May it reflect in the way that each of us choose to live our lives, that we too might reach for the best that is within us as we join hands to build a better community. May God indeed give us the strength and the insight to continue our path towards that great hope. As we are taught in Psalm 29, Adonai Ozleim Yitain, may God indeed give strength to all of us, the strength of insight, the strength of good choices, and may we indeed be blessed with peace. And let us say, Amen.
Will you pray with me? Holy Creator of all that is good, we thank you for instilling in us grace, mercy, and love. Instill in us continually the concept of grace so that our characters may reflect what we serve, what we do, and who we serve. Also instill in us your mercy so that we may understand that we must not think of ourselves as better than others, but along the road of life, helping those who need help and getting help from those who can provide it. And also instill in us your everlasting love, that we may understand that those with whom we work and those with whom we serve are of infinite worth and value in your sight. We pray all of this grateful for the gifts you give to each one of us, and we pray a blessing upon this time together. Amen.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Captain Michael Kirshner of your Community Services Division. It is an absolute privilege to stand before you today on this auspicious occasion for this year's annual Volunteer Awards ceremony. Today's ceremony will honor all volunteers from the Departments of Law Enforcement and Corrections. Our ceremony today is a result of many months of detailed planning, coordination, and logistics. We'd like to extend a special thank you for all the Sheriff's Office units, employees, and volunteers, and the Atlantic Community High School Jazz Band Combo. You brought your talents, commitment to excellence to bring this ceremony together, and with a round of applause, we say a heartfelt thank you. "2018 was an extraordinary year for our volunteers, whether in COP patrols or special units like the Volunteer Emergency Response Team, or VERT, which had a 92 call-out for last year alone, representing a 52% increase since 2015. Your contributions have strengthened our communities, reduced crime, and improved the quality of life in our neighborhoods. A fantastic job, well done, and with a round of applause, we say thank you. Sheriff Bradshaw has served our nation and community for over 48 years, whether as a United States Marine or with the West Palm Beach Police Department, retiring as their chief and as your sheriff. His support of our volunteers is absolutely unwavering. He understands the value of your life experience, special skills, but most importantly, your time. Without further ado, it is my distinct honor to introduce to you the biggest supporter of our volunteers, our sheriff, the Honorable Rick Bradshaw.
Thank you very much, and good morning. Now, wait a minute, right? It's a nice day. You got a great lunch coming up. We're here with a lot of good friends. That's the best you can do. Good morning. There we go. That's a little bit better. There's a few of the elected officials here that I want to recognize for sure. County Commissioner Mary Lou Berger, County Commissioner Melissa McKinley, County Commissioner Robert Weinroth, and County Commissioner Greg Weiss from the County Commission. Also, the Mayor of Wellington, Ann Gerwig, the Mayor of Pahokee, Keith Babb, and the Mayor of Green Acres, Joel Flores. Thank you for being here, and thank you very much for your support. What always amazes me when we have these luncheons every year for the volunteers is the amount of time that is dedicated. You know, there was a survey out here that they did across the United States, and they said to the people that they surveyed, would you rather have more money and less time, or more time and less money? And believe it or not, 70% of the people said we'd rather have more time and less money because their time was so valuable. That's why when I see the total amount of hours that's dedicated from that precious quantity that you give us, which is your time, is absolutely astonishing to me. It really, really is. And you're gonna see a check that's gonna be presented up here for what the value of that time is. Also, the diversity of the amount of volunteers that are spread across the agency, I can tell you without a doubt, an agency this size, with as many things that we do in as many different areas, without the volunteers, we couldn't function. We just could not do it. So thank you for the many different areas that we're in. VERT's just one of them. We're in corrections, law enforcement. It's across the board. So thank you so, so much for what you do. This is just a small way for us to put you all in one room, let you see each other a little bit, interact with the law enforcement officers that are here. But for me, the elected officials, and that everybody in this county, to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And from the bottom of my heart, I cannot begin to tell you how much I appreciate your support, your dedication. I don't get to see you as often as I can, so this is a great treat for me. But that old saying, there might be a little snow on the roof, but there's fire in the furnace, is definitely, definitely a true statement. So thank you again for your enthusiasm, your dedication. We're going to have a good day, and congratulations to all those people that are going to get these special awards. Thank you. And now, Vice Mayor David Kerner's here on behalf of the mayor to present a proclamation.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. How's everybody doing today? Good afternoon. Sheriff, thank you for having me here. We have members of our Board of County Commissioners. We have our State Attorney, Dave Ehrenberg. We have our County Administrator. Uh-oh, I better be on my best behavior. But in all seriousness, Sheriff, there's a quote that is important to me. It says that anything in life that is lost can be found again except for time. And so when we speak about the amount of time and the amount of hours and the amount of passion and concern and care that you put into this county, and I don't say this as the vice mayor of the county, just someone born and raised here who feels deeply about the pride of this agency and the pride of this county. We are deeply thankful for the service that you provide. And in doing so, it is our tradition to honor the volunteers of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office by the Board of County Commissioners making a proclamation. So if the Sheriff will allow, I'd like to read this proclamation, and we'll go from there. Thank you, Sheriff. Proclamation of the Board of County Commissioners of Palm Beach County, Florida, declaring April 11, 2019 as Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office Volunteer Day. And whereas the entire community can inspire, equip, and mobilize people to take action that changes the world, and whereas volunteers with Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office can connect with our local community, being the eyes and ears on our county roadways. And whereas Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office volunteers assist in many division and district stations, thereby freeing up law enforcement personnel to better perform their vital duties in protecting the citizens of Palm Beach County. And whereas the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office Department of Corrections and Law Enforcement volunteers contributed 348,112 hours of volunteer time in 2018, which equates to nearly $8.6 million of value and added service. You hear that, Mrs. Baker? Give a round of applause for you guys. That's awesome. That is awesome. And whereas April 7th to April 13th, 2019 is National Volunteer Week, and volunteers are vital to our future as caring and productive nation. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Palm Beach County, Florida, assembled in regular session this second day of April 2019, that Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office Volunteer Day in Palm Beach County. Congratulations, Sheriff. Congratulations to your team of incredible men and women. It's an honor to be here with you today. And thank you for representing not only this agency and this sheriff, but this county and everything we stand for. Thank you for what you do.
Okay, now I think we're going to get a big check, for sure. Volunteer Chief Fano is going to present the check to myself and the Vice Mayor.
In a minute. In a minute. Let's see here. Oops. No, wait a minute. For me, the greatest moment at this banquet is to present this check on behalf of the volunteers to our Sheriff, Rigel Bradshaw, and the taxpayers of Palm Beach County. This check represents the hours and amounts of value-added services provided to the agency by you, our dedicated volunteers. It is developed from the most precious item that a person can give, namely their time. I proudly present this check in the amount of $8,594,885, and let's not forget the 28 cents. I'm also happy to announce that this amount is going to be an all-time record for the contribution of the volunteers to the agency. This check represents an amazing 348,112 hours of time and talent donated by our outstanding volunteer corps. And I salute you and I thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We begin our ceremony by awarding the top 5 volunteers with the most hours of committed service over the past year. Will the following recipients please come forward? Volunteer Lieutenant Colonel Norman Jeweler, 3,463 hours. Volunteer Major Stuart Landau, 3,035 hours. Volunteer Lieutenant Mark Stolper, 2,504 hours. Volunteer Lieutenant Colonel Edward Kochman, 2,267 hours. And Volunteer Lieutenant Colonel Richard Pelletier, 2,072 hours. It is with great gratitude we recognize these volunteers for the extraordinary time they devote to the Volunteer Services Unit. Congratulations. The Volunteer Colonel Ned Reynolds Award for Excellence. This medal is awarded to a Citizen Observer Patrol volunteer whose meritorious service, exceptional leadership qualities, and unparalleled dedication exemplifies the highest level of achievement. The winner of this award is Volunteer Captain Dennis Alsgaard. Captain Alsgaard is cooperative, professional, and courteous in all his interactions with citizens and staff, always going the extra mile in everything he does. Over his 7 years as a parking enforcement specialist, Dennis has transformed his unit into the elite and productive team it has become. Award for Excellence. Congratulations. Next is the Volunteer Lou Schiff Award for Excellence. This medal is given to an administrative volunteer whose meritorious service, exceptional leadership qualities, and unparalleled dedication exemplifies the highest level of achievement. The award goes to Volunteer Elliot Colchamiro. As a member of the recently formed Unit 222, Recruitment and Retention, Elliot has already volunteered 51 hours during his first 3 months, not only contributing in recruiting new volunteers, but also doing scheduling for the unit's events. In addition, he is recording secretary of the media unit and contributed 187 hours as a journalist, interviewing and writing articles, as well as participating in the editing process for the all-important publication, The Volunteer Record. Elliot's largest contribution comes with his dedication to staffing the front desk at the Vista Center, where he can be seen processing new volunteer applications, taking photos, answering phones, and scheduling interviews for new applicants. His professional demeanor, cheerful attitude, competence, and consistency make volunteer Elliot Colchamiro deserving of the Lou Schiff Award for Administrative Excellence. Next up is the Volunteer Major Bob Thaden Award for Excellence. This medal is awarded to a volunteer for exceptionally meritorious performance and service. It recognizes significant contributions which improve or advance the mission of the Volunteer Services Unit. The award goes to Volunteer Lieutenant Melvin Wolf. Over the past year, Lieutenant Wolf contributed 1,079 hours volunteering at the PBSO bicycle facility in addition to his 253 hours of bike patrol. Much of the nearly 2,000 training hours reported for Bike Unit 13 can be attributed to Lieutenant Wolf as well. Mel can be seen demonstrating bicycle maintenance at every monthly bike unit meeting, and when needed, Lieutenant Wolf will pick up or repair a bicycle on site. Wolf cares for the 400-plus deputies' bikes as well. In addition to setting up for bicycle qualification days and time trials for the sworn deputies, Lieutenant Wolf is a mainstay at the children's bike rodeos staffed by the volunteer unit. Wolf's participation in the unit helps it achieve highly valuable contributions to PBSO, and as such, Volunteer Lieutenant Mel Wolf deserves the Volunteer Bob Thaden Award for Excellence. Congratulations. The Volunteer Award for Excellence, Department of Corrections. This award is presented to a volunteer who made exceptional contributions in the delivery of quality education, counseling, rehabilitative programming, religious services, and transition re-entry support to inmate detainee populations. The genuine care and concern demonstrated by the following volunteers can be seen through their guidance in individual prayer, one-on-one religious services, conducting Bible studies and church services, administrative duties, and preparing holiday gift packets and deliveries. Their consistent commitment and dedication to religious services and the inmates shows the following individuals deserving of distinction. We are pleased to present the Corrections Volunteer Award for Excellence to the following recipients. Please hold your applause until all names have been announced. Volunteer Bradley Anderson. Volunteer Kenneth Finkelman. Volunteer Roger Hester. Volunteer Dr. Sarita Johnson. Volunteer Kenneth Mahan. Volunteer Daphne Melbourne. And Volunteer Carlos Reyes. Congratulations to all. Volunteer Units of the Year. The Volunteer Unit of the Year is awarded to units who displayed such outstanding devotion and superior performance as to set the unit apart from and above other units with similar missions. The first winner in this category is Administrative or Specialty Unit of the Year, Victim Outreach Team. Under the guidance of Volunteer Captain Rick Titone, this unit made 3 location moves over the past year without missing a beat in their important work of contacting victims of specific crimes such as break-ins and armed robberies at businesses. They offer highly specialized services involving recommendations to the businesses to prevent future incidents. The unit also updates information on participants of the Business Partnership Program, which has over 2,500 entries and must be verified every 2 years. Currently, the unit is making over 250 calls a month. The unit operates out of the Delray Marketplace substation which allows members to directly interact with the public with regard to PBSO activities and information. For taking on vital tasks allowing deputies to perform more law enforcement functions, Victim Outreach Team is the Volunteer Administrative Specialty Unit of the Year. Congratulations. The Citizen Observer Patrol Community Unit of the Year, Emerald Point. Created in 1991, Emerald Point celebrates its 28th anniversary this year and is not slowing down. The unit's patrol hours have increased by 305 hours in the past 12 months. The unit is a well-organized and engaged group of volunteers who patrol both in vehicles and on foot as a walking patrol. The two work in concert with each other to enhance the safety of Emerald Point. Supported by their community, the members of Emerald Point have designed a workable, creative, internal neighbor-to-neighbor recruiting program. The walking patrol, the training program, and the mobile patrol create the synergy needed to make this unit unique and outstanding. Led by Captain Linda Salvatore, Emerald Point has created an environment where excellence is expected, driven by commitment to serve an organization and a community, and deserving of the honor of the Citizen Observer Patrol Community Unit of the Year. Congratulations. The Citizen Observer Patrol Rover Unit of the Year, South Rover. While serving District 7 and the community of West Boca Raton, South Rover increased their volunteer hours by over 25% from the past calendar year. They completed 612 training hours and 2,933 patrol hours, and took 1,504 snipe signs off the roads. South Rover is in the process of creating an even more effective unit to better serve the citizens of their district. The leadership team is working hard to build the unit with more recruits and better training. With a new management team actively committed to doing more in the community they serve, South Rover is the Citizen Observer Patrol Rover Unit of the Year. Congratulations. Citizen Observer Patrol Specialty Unit of the Year, Volunteer Marine Unit. There are two winners in this category. The first is the Volunteer Marine Unit. The Volunteer Marine Unit achieved some lofty goals last year, increasing membership by 28%, and by utilizing a contemporary scheduling system, launched 539 patrols for the calendar year, an 18% gain. The hours on patrol increased to 10,586, while writing 22 incidents of contact and interaction with boaters and swimmers. 5 new freshwater boat captains were trained and added to Lake Ida and Lake Osborne patrols. They participated in 15 PBSO activities throughout the year. Members also implemented Operation Tiny Tot, a water safety program where life jackets are donated to infant and juvenile boaters lacking proper vests. With a perfect safety record since its inception 10 years ago, this elite group of volunteers is keeping citizens safe on the waterways of Palm Beach County and earns the honor of Citizen Observer Patrol Specialty Unit of the Year. Congratulations. The second recipient of the Citizen Observer Patrol Specialty Unit of the Year is the Volunteer Mounted Unit. As one of the most visible COP units, the grandeur of the horses gives this group the perfect opportunity to inform the public about the volunteer program. Along with maintaining high visibility to deter crime, the horses can move into areas where cars and bicycles cannot, and see much not usually visible along canal banks and off the beaten path. The unit holds regular practice sessions on horsemanship and group riding. Each member owns their horse, saddle, bridle, and supportive equipment and supplies. Every single patrol requires tremendous time and effort, including grooming, cleaning, and tacking, along with food, water, and hay. The unit also attends special events such as the Jupiter Farms Christmas Parade, the Loxahatchee Battleground reenactment at Riverbend Park, and many others around the county. The tremendous contributions of this unit to PBSO and the citizens of Palm Beach County makes the Volunteer Mounted Unit the Citizen Observer Patrol Co-Specialty Unit of the Year. Congratulations. The next category is Unit Commendations. A unit commendation is awarded to a unit whose combined members performed outstanding community service of a sustained, direct, and consequential nature that produced tangible results. There are two winners in this category. The first, Volunteer Emergency Response Team. VERT works side by side with deputies in the street, building a cooperative partnership. Deputies are relieved by VERT members at emergency scenes so they can respond to other priority calls for service, leaving traffic containment and redirection to the VERT team who apply their skills and training. The VERT team responds 24/7 to any and all requests for assistance from PBSO districts. The team answered 94 call-outs from 11 districts last year. They have trained for 696 hours, logged 2,514 vehicle hours, and have driven 24,299 miles, meeting mission needs. VERT man-hours on scene totaled 939 last year. VERT callouts include everything from oil spills to downed power lines and include working with the Secret Service in the protection of the President of the United States. This committed team delivers specialized services in all weather conditions and makes roads safer in Palm Beach County. For their extraordinary leadership and hard work, VERT receives a unit commendation. Congratulations. The second award in this category goes to Palm Breezes Club. Palm Breezes has 7 of the hardest working, most ambitious, and active members in the Volunteer Services Program. They are dedicated to the success of the unit and to serving their community of 189 residences. While always meeting or exceeding their 100-hour goal, members made 180 checks at John Prince Park and Campground, 200 checks in surrounding plazas, and 33 house checks in their community each month, with a total of 2,792 hours. Members of Palm Breezes also serve additional units in the volunteer program, supporting PBSO with back-to-school supply drive and toys for kids. Last year, this unit assisted with a special request from the County Commission requiring them to submit reports for 8 consecutive months. For doing their utmost every day, Palm Breezes Club is awarded a unit commendation. Congratulations. Volunteer Service Award, Department of Corrections. This award is presented to a volunteer whose extraordinary service significantly contributed to the successful delivery of essential programs, resources, and support. The award goes to Volunteer Willie Jenkins. Volunteer Jenkins' services to the Religious Department began over a year ago, and throughout that time, his humble spirit and welcoming smile have been irreplaceable. As a retired PBSO employee, his experience working as corrections support personnel in the Quartermaster Unit has been a tremendous asset. Jenkins assists with training new volunteers in jail navigation and educates them on the do's and don'ts of the facility. In his free time, Jenkins dedicates enormous energy working in his community and church. Jenkins has demonstrated a genuine caring spirit, passion for his work with inmates, and inspirational leadership embodied by this award. For his dedicated service and commitment, we recognize Volunteer Willie Jenkins with the Volunteer Service Award, Department of Corrections. Congratulations. On to Volunteer Captain of the Year. This medal is awarded to a volunteer captain who has made significant contributions, provided outstanding leadership and inspiration, and dedicated a significant amount of time to become a distinct asset. There are 2 winners in this category, starting with the Volunteer Administrative Captain of the Year, Volunteer Captain Barbara Schilling. As head of the Volunteer Community Information Team, Barbara's leadership skills are valued. She is personable, outgoing, and draws people to her booth at the many PBSO and community events she attends on behalf of the Volunteer Crime Prevention Unit. Schilling has accumulated over 300 hours at events across the county and 1,600 hours of service for the year. Along with her crime prevention message, She actively recruits new volunteers for various units and is an integral part of the Vista Center reception area, taking on projects for the staff and greeting new applicants. Barbara is also captain of the Western Communities Rover Unit, patrolling over 100 miles in the western area of the county, while also serving as the unit's volunteer field training officer. Always ready to take on challenges with competence and a sense of humor, we are proud to name Volunteer Captain Barbara Schilling the Volunteer Administrative Captain of the Year. Congratulations. The next winner in this category, Citizen Observer Patrol Volunteer Captain of the Year, Ronald Kinberg. Volunteer Captain Kinberg joined the COP program in 2014. In his first year, he contributed 517 hours. Last year, he logged 1,379 hours. Ron became a volunteer field training officer and devoted member of the Volunteer Marine Unit. He was also the captain of the Palm Isles COP unit, always willing to step up and run a professional and informative unit meeting. Ron also became a roving captain and supported 3 additional units without faltering in his commitment to his other responsibilities. Ron has received numerous commendations, including the 5-year Service Award and Good Conduct Ribbon. As a result of his hard work and dedication, Ron was promoted to Volunteer Major this year. We are pleased to present Volunteer Captain, now Major Ronald Kinberg, with the Citizen Observer Patrol Captain of the Year Award. Congratulations. On to Volunteer Major of the Year. This medal is awarded to a volunteer major for exemplary leadership and commitment to excellence, and whose performance directly and immeasurably contributed to the collective achievements of the units under his or her responsibility. The award goes to Volunteer Major Jacqueline Witt. Witt has demonstrated extraordinary leadership abilities in the management of the units she oversees. She is responsible for Volunteer Services Unit administrative volunteers who are spread out over PBSO districts, the courthouse, and other PBSO locations across the county. Despite their diverse locations, Major Witt efficiently monitors the volunteer activities and compiles data to facilitate the timely forwarding of all required reports to the chain of command. In addition, Major Witt was tasked with assisting with the launch of the High Priority Recruitment and Retention Unit, formation of a steering committee, mission statements, a unit operations manual, and many other startup tasks were accomplished with Major Witt's support to staff and volunteers. As a vital asset to the Volunteer Services Unit, Jacqueline Witt is deserving of Volunteer Major of the Year. Congratulations. The next award is for exemplary law enforcement support to the Volunteer Services Unit. This award recognizes a PBSO employee who has made significant contributions and provided exemplary support to the Volunteer Services Unit. The winner is Deputy Lillian Sutterfield. Deputy Sutterfield is indispensable in supporting the Glades area volunteer units, training members, taking care of various administrative reports, and making sure vehicles and equipment are serviced in a timely manner. Lee mentors many individual volunteers and actively recruits new ones. She helps the Child ID unit during the South Florida Fair. She supervises and provides all required training to Glades area volunteers. In addition, Lee assists with the annual Volunteer Awards Ceremony. Her professional, compassionate personality make her a valued member of PBSO and earns Deputy Lillian Sutterfield the award for exemplary law enforcement support to the Volunteer Services Unit. Congratulations. A debt of gratitude goes to our community partner Applebee's Restaurants for their support and wonderful food provided for our Back to School and Toys for Kids events in 2018. Thank you. Our next award is Volunteer of the Year, Department of Corrections and Department of Law Enforcement. This medal is awarded to a volunteer who distinguished himself or herself by establishing a demonstrable pattern of excellence, achievement, and superior service representing the highest ideals of volunteer service. The award goes to Pastor Henry Hines. Hines started his life's work as an assistant pastor at a small church in Clewiston before joining the religious department at the West Detention Center in 1993. During his 27 years there, Pastor Hines has given the inmates spiritual guidance and an open invitation to become parishioners of his Lakeside Baptist Church in Pahokee. He has also been instrumental in delivering church services, conducting death notices, and facilitating inmate one-on-ones. Henry's church also conducts a yearly Christmas caroling program for the inmates where his devoted wife, Carla, plays the keyboard. Hines has earned several awards of distinction over the years, including the PBSO Volunteer Award for Excellence and the Stellar Award. Today, he gets one more. For his steadfast devotion in helping troubled inmates better their lives, we are pleased to honor Pastor Henry Hines as the Corrections Volunteer of the Year. Congratulations. Volunteer of the Year, Department of Law Enforcement. The award goes to Volunteer Captain Harold Schulman. Captain Schulman started as a volunteer in 2006, rising through the ranks to become captain of Lucerne Lakes and interim captain of Covered Bridge. He is also a member of the Child ID and Volunteer Special Events Units, the Volunteer Community Information Team, and the Volunteer Field Training Officer Unit. Schulman was also recognized for performing above and beyond the call of duty. Captain Schulman's pleasant and professional demeanor make him a real asset to the units he represents and to the citizens he encounters through the many PBSO events he participates in throughout the year. Captain Schulman contributed 705 hours over the past year and continues his valuable contribution to volunteer services, which makes Volunteer Captain Harold Schulman well-deserving of the award of Volunteer of the Year, Department of Law Enforcement. Congratulations. Up next, the Sheriff's Volunteer Special Commendation Award. This commendation is awarded to a volunteer unit or member for meritorious conduct or performance of outstanding service that is clearly exceptional and extraordinary in manner. The recipient will have displayed outstanding devotion and superior performance by making a significant contribution to the effectiveness of the agency. Child ID Unit. Knowing they are often the public's first contact with PBSO, these volunteers strive to make that first impression a positive one. Many unit members are retired teachers who have an ability to work well with special needs children. They provide and explain the information as to the Child ID and its benefits. At the first event of the year, the South Florida Fair, 37 volunteers worked 16 days processing 2,257 child IDs. 24 more events followed, resulting in an additional 2,247 IDs processed. This is a total of 4,504 child IDs provided to parents during the past year. Child ID volunteers contributed 4,000 hours, a substantial increase over the previous year. Unit members work long hours, including nights and weekends, and make themselves available even on short notice. They consistently perform, giving exceptional service and certainly earning the Sheriff's Volunteer Special Commendation Award. Congratulations. Next, we award Certificates of Achievement. The following volunteers and units have been recognized with a Certificate of Achievement for praiseworthy accomplishments indispensable to the Volunteer Services Unit. Please stand and continue to stand to be recognized. Volunteer Lieutenant Harvey Hager, Volunteer Sergeant Sonny Quinn, Volunteer Captain Robert Herzog, Volunteer Field Training Officers, Volunteer Major Joseph Lipsky, Paul Miles, Citizen Observer Patrol, Belle Glade, Citizen Observer Patrol. Please give this group of outstanding volunteers a round of applause.
So you saw the best of the best, and it's a shame we couldn't get every single volunteer in this room an award for what they do, because it's outstanding every single day, without a doubt. But as like with all awards, we got to find a few that were the shining stars, and those were the shining stars. So thank you so very, very much. Commissioner Valichet, Commissioner thank you for being here. I know you had some other commitments, but thanks for coming in. And of course, Dave Ehrenberg, our important partner in making sure the bad guys stay off the street when we put them there. Thanks, Dave, very much. And you know, I'm standing there, and 6 different people asked me this question, and I can't believe that this word hadn't got out already. And the question was, are you going to run for re-election? And the answer is yes, so don't forget that important piece of information. Okay, folks, enjoy the rest of the day. And again, thank you so very much for what you do and the precious time that you give us. Thank you.
Congratulations to all who were recognized today. That concludes this year's PBSO Volunteer Services Unit Annual Awards Ceremony.